Yeah. Okay, so as we can see, both players about to start with John going first. Okay, going first, we have David Oji. All right, we have MAFMNRW. Okay, to play Phantom for 28 points, leaving RU. All right, and that's exactly what we are saying. Phantom for 28 points committed. Moving on quickly, we have CROUAED for John. Okay, I see John is here to make a move. He could play OU for 10 points, keeping ACDER. Another option of OUD for 14 points, keeping ACER. So I think weighing his options here and looking for the best move. Okay, it's going for FURCA, FURCA instead. leaving ODE. And that has been committed. We have APRSUUY for David. Having the two U's or having even any U without Q can be an ASU, but playing one by playing maybe YUP or PUY, which we're seeing here for 27 points, is the way to go, leaving ARSU. Moving on, we have PODITGE for John. And John has a bingo of reach top through the R, which we are going to be saying right now for 68 points, reach top. Okay. Moving on quickly to David, we have QYARSUE. And I see Quissy here. You could play Quissy for 55 points. Ukin is E to Furca, FURCA. You could also play Quay, leaving is Y, leaving is F, Quay for 43 points, or Query. I think he has other option. You could add the S to the rich top for rich tops, and spelling square through the double letter and the double word. So a bunch of options here, but the highest is Christy for 55 points, leaving Y, leaving her. Okay, I think we might be seeing Query come down. Query for 45 points, leaving AS by David. Now we have WEXENES from John. Okay, and immediately we are seeing Wexy come down for 41 points. No time wasted. All right, for 52 points, my bad. John is really powering through here. So back to David, we see okay, MTASE HI from David, and we might be getting a premium year. Appeasing. All right. Appeasing for 73 points, hooking the Y of query, or for 70 points, hooking YU. Okay, he has arranged atheism. We will be seeing that coming down. All right, he's going for the second spot. Atheism coming down for 70 points. All right, moving on to David, to John. I see DLEANSE on his rack. I think we have another bingo loading for John. You could play Leedsman, which I see as arranged neatly on his rack through the M of atheism, or Dalesman. And another anagram is Emendals. But the highest scoring bingo it could play here it would be Leedsman or Dalesman for 74 points. All right, we are seeing Leedsman coming down from John quickly for 74 points. Interesting. All right, moving on to David. I see Vigohia. And I see John is yet to commit. Okay, Litzman is being challenged, and fortunately, it is valid. So an additional 10 marks. All right, for David, the top choice would be to play Ogiaval, Ogival, but it's going for the second choice of Vig, which costs more actually for 39 points, leaving OHIA. All right, moving on to John, we have INNOIVE. Okay, John could play violin through the L of Litzman for 30 points. And at the same spot, he could play Ville with the V sitting on the double letter through the same spot. But he will be leaving the double N. So either violin or Ville, I think we'll be seeing one of both come down. Okay, I see David has picked the first blank of the game. Scoreline 224 John, 209 David. Okay, we're seeing violin come down for 13 points, for 30 points, leaving EN. Back to David, we see AABHIO blank. Now, looking at this rack, I think I might want something to hook my X to the OX on the board. Coming down, probably OHIA would not be a bad decision. Leaving AB blank, I think that scores about 32 points. Another option would be to play through the D of Litzman, although opening the triple lane down. If I play Ibada, high BADAH for 32 points. But I think OHIA is the better option, leaving AB blank. So you might be saying any of that come true. Okay, and interestingly, John has picked the second blank of the game. Okay, OHIA it is top choice. 32 points committed by David. Now, moving on to John, we see TWEEFN blank. All right, his choices here might be who play wefted through the D of Litzman, wefted for about 34 points, leaving N and blank. Phil also come down from the eye of Oaya, but to be opening up the triple. So I think wefted is the best option, which we are seeing right now. Wefted for 34 points by John has been committed. Okay, I think it took him back. Not yet committed. Okay, he might be weighing his options right now. Okay, wefted is going back up. Top choice from John, 34 points, leaving N blank. Moving on to David, I see ABBARN blank. All right. With this, I think it could play Brawl to the W, now open from wefted for 27 points. Letting go of the duplicated Bs. Yeah, I think that is not a bad idea. You could also play NAB coming through beside wefted and AB, leaving AB how. But I think Brawl is the top choice because it scores more and leaving AB and blank. So let's see what it comes up with. It might have even a better option. Okay, John with the biggies. Okay, David is still racking, weighing his options and choices. Okay, this is interesting. I see. Okay, I see him setting up something. And immediately we are having a challenge. All right, this is a funny, unfortunately, for David, and that's gonna be a hard pass. All right, that was unexpected. Okay, now moving on to John, I see DNDJZ blank T. And he has a lot of biggies, but no vowels to go with it. So I'm really curious to see what he's going to play on this turn. I think you could play dips, Yes, it's not a bad idea. D to the west, forming west, through the eye of Ohio for 30 points, keeping the J in D and the blank. Okay, I see John wants to use his blank. Am I seeing correctly? I see Z and a blank. Oh my, I think people just said zero or ZA. Wow, that was unexpected. Okay, moving on. David immediately he plays Nab. All right. Okay, he played down for 45 points, and David replied with Nab for 15 points. Now moving on, John is having clunky tile that I'm saying here. CDDTJR. One more tile left. E. Okay, one vowel. Now this might be a tricky turn for him, but I see him going for okay, I think it changed. Yeah, it changed. Okay. Moving on, we have RNABOA blank for David. And interestingly, it can still play brow from the W of wefted and the A hooking the Z oath from Azel. Can also play OBA from the eye of Oaya coming down to for 20 points, leaving A and R blank. Two five six three 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 256 for David, 333 for John. David to move. Okay, now I see David playing Narco to the C of 4K. NHRCO. All right. for 26 points, leaving A, B blank. Now moving on, I see John with ORDETD. Can see the last rack. Okay, I think the last rack is CORDETD. Is C. And it could play DIT. Or trunk. Okay, I think we're seeing corn instead. All right. Corn is coming through. Okay, so you're arranging that for something else. I see creton. All right, creton it is from John. And is creton a valid word? Okay, creton has been played for 24 points. And it is unfortunately not a valid word. Okay, but there was no challenge. Moving on, we see David with Blaze. Okay, David playing Blaze, leaving TS blank. Yes. Right, moving on to John, I see double D's. And TODRNKD, and it's playing KED using the K and the D. All right. For 28 points, and that has been is yet to be committed. Back to David, we see blank TSGOOE. Okay, I'm not sure if that's oh wow, I see something. I see how it goes, but okay, how it goes would definitely fit on this board, just right beside the blaze to the left. Yes, how it goes definitely goes on this board. No pun intended. Also, Stooges, sorry, not Stooges, bootleg to the B of NAB. Yes, bootlegs for 80 points is the top choice. Stooges is also valid, but there's nowhere it can be played on this board. So either outgoes or bootlegs. I think we should be seeing one of the 2 coming down quickly from David. Current score 295 David, um 385 John. If he's able to play the bingo now, they would definitely be moving head to head, and the game would indeed be very tight towards the end game. So we shall see. There's been a lot of games played, and that might actually affect his thinking right now. I think he's able to spot, is almost spotting Stooges, but is probably trying to find another option. Oh mine, I see Hego coming down from David instead. Wow, what a miss. Hego coming down from David, and that has been committed. All right, moving on to John received D.I. Hartsey Ho Har Hen. Okay, and quickly he is playing Trod for 22 points. All right, that has been committed. Moving on to David, I see STOAIS blank. All right, now I think I see a bingo. I see Sotati, but yeah, definitely no place to play on this board. But there should be something to the B. Let me run that real quick. Okay, to the B, he has Bastions for 80 points. And that is actually the top choice according to the simulation. So if he's able to spot Bastions actually. Oh, what did he play? Oh my god. I think he dropped C instead. Oh wow. T has been dropped. Probably it up to um okay, there's been some misses from David in this game. Uh let's move over to John real quick. He has JERINL hell. Okay. I think he could play jail through the A of wire for about 22 points. So the thumb move by David is probably is possibly to hook his S for a next turn for a bingo, or given his rack now. I'm not sure I see anything. Okay. Now, according to the simulation, there is something there. We'll get there. Abiosis is the word. Now, if this is not blocked by John, which I don't even see how possible that will be, given his rack. And immediately we see David going for abiosis. Okay, John played Raj. All right, Raj for 20 points committed. Immediately, David is going for his bingo of abiosis. All right. Oh, did they take it back? Okay, I think it took it back, guys. Still contemplating on this one. So aside abiosis, there's also loiasis, which is Loiasis, that could be played on the same spot by David. Okay, I think it's tracking right now. Okay, interestingly, you choose to play to the B from NAB. And we're getting a check. And unfortunately, that is a miss. Oh wow, this has taken a very interesting turn, to be honest. So is this okay? Now we see NIE come down from David, from John for 16 points. And I see David arranging something. I don't quite see that. Wow, this has actually gone beyond. Okay, we had a little break in transmission, and from what I can see, I think David played blank. He played to the Raj for Raja, and then John finished with LL. Wow, that was unexpected. If you'd asked me, because at some point I thought David was going to play his bingo to the tour, and then or he was going to play something else to the side. It was arranging right behind, right beside factions. I don't think any of his bingo fits that place. So abiosis or lowiasis would have been the best move from that round. And I think with that, and that's it, guys. The final tiles have been played for round 18. And what a finish we have just seen. That is a very interesting one, to be honest. Not what most of us would expect. But John Ayedu has officially claimed the second position for this round, closing this event in a on the very high end. Even though the championship title has been sealed, John has showed us the true Scrabble spirits, fighting to the very end for the last move, proving that every game counts and every victory matters. Now let's recap. For the 2025 Lekki Scrabble Championship, we have Jimo Abdul